one fateful night, my parents gave their lives for me. They became my heroes, their legacy untouchable. Until I learned the truth. My father, Thomas Wayne, was a criminal. He ruled over Gotham from the shadows. And everything I thought I knew about myself changed forever. The children of Arkham exposed the truth about my father to Gotham, turned friends into enemies, and threw the city into chaos. I was committed to Arkham Asylum, where I escaped with the help of a mental patient named John Doe. After a bloody battle, I put an end to it all in the catacombs beneath the city. The Penguin, Two-Face, and Lady Arkham were the first real challenge I faced as the Batman, but they would not be the last.
Spring has arrived in Gotham City Hall's quarterly crime report. Way down since the fall of the Children of Arkham, marking another triumph for newly minted Police Commissioner James Gordon. In a statement this morning, Gordon credited his success to the public partnership between the police and the Batman. He praised the mysterious vigilante for his sacrifice, describing him as essential to the security of the city. Things are looking up, citizens. Dark comes the thaw. Now, if only the Knights could win a game, everyone would be happy.
Lucky 13! There it is, my
Rumi Mori, import-export magnate, one-time Pipex CEO, international arms dealer, the world's legitimate businessman, a philanthropist who gives to charity, not a criminal getting rich off the suffering of innocence, a masterful performer. If a man hides in plain sight for that long, does he forget who he really is? What do you think, Master Bruce? Must be hard to stay true to yourself.
I don't. I never forget what drives me. Protecting the Enigma. That stays the same no matter what mask I wear.
Don't I know?
Masks are hard to maintain. If there are cracks in Mori's, we'll find them.
The GCPD already bugged his penthouse and found nothing, meaning that if he's doing arms deals in Gotham,
they happen on the casino floor. I need to find a way to hear what Mori is saying.
Standing by, Griffins.
Al, I'm hacking into Mori's phone.
Encrypting your signal. Last thing we want is for him to know you're here. We're in. You should be able to pick up audio from Mori's phone.
Is everyone enjoying themselves?
Don't worry. I won't tell anyone with a badge.
He's on a roll. It's only a matter of time before he gets too chatty.
Tried?
So, what's it's like? Here'd you see?
I'm looking for something.
Well, it's a good time.
We here.
Heard this one before. No end. And begin. Who am I?
Times. Is over.
Things happening.
The man in the hood. Your father's time. I think that's Riddler.
Is something wrong? You seem distracted. Bruce.
How about we go back to my place?
Oh.
I'll call my driver.
Well, since you put it like that, I never do this, you know.
You know, me neither.
No one threatens me in my own casino. Security!
Sir, it's time to leave.
For you? An easy one. What question can you never answer yes to?
I don't give a crap, let's go.
Wrong. The correct answer is, are you dead? Let's get started.
Get up.
Al, let Gordon know what's happening.
Right away.
Hey, no one leaves!
Commissioner Gordon on the line now.
Gordon.
Batman, what's the status?
Hostages at the casino. A madman in a mask.
Riddler's back in Gotham.
Riddler? He hasn't been seen in years.
Well, he's putting on quite a show.
There's a squad on the way. They'll be there shortly.
Be ready for a fight.
Please, please, we can make the deal. Anything you want.
Our issues can't be solved with handshakes, Maury. This is what happens when you back out of a deal with me. There's only one way you're getting out of this. You have to solve a riddle. And I choose my words carefully if I were you. Listen closely.
No, please, don't do this.
Without fingers, I point. Without arms, I strike. Without feet, I run. Who am I?
I've got visual.
That drone fully functional.
I'll need a place to drop in without being known.
It's a tricky one, isn't it? A mind bender that scratches at the very
Riddler.
A terror from the past. I never thought I'd see him on our streets again. Like
you
Taken hostage. Entrance. I stand.
they're clearly not target.
Remember, choose your words carefully, Maury. You only have so be that much. Count your
Device.
See, but until this is the riddle.
Riddle. Certainly. Imagination. Just need to take out the guard first.
Audio playback fully functional.
Time for a distraction.
I'm losing patience, Maury. Are you expecting a hint? Give me an answer!
Batman, we can't get in. I'm relying on you here. What's... We need a
Man. You're completing.
No? Yeah.
I'll my signal. Oh, we're counting on you.
Catch. I'm see away. Not shoot the hawk. and use it. Break it up with play. I've heard stories in the streets about you, Batman. You're the biggest name in Gotham since... well, since I left town. Everyone's very impressed with you. Gotham becomes thugs. I've come home to find a wannabe in my chair. Eating my goddamn porridge. Hey.
You don't know me, Riddler. You have no idea what you're up against.
You must think you're so special. You're not the first hero I've put down. You're supposedly the world's greatest detective. Yet here you are, completely at my mercy.
Gordon, now!
Oh, you have to be kidding. Clever, but not smart enough. Let me show you how it was done. Traitor, just for me.
Follow the power lines. There must be a weak point.
That's cheating!
Think I care about your rules?
I'd heard you were a man who followed a code. Why would you save that dirtbag's life? Maury made his money running guns, trading off the suffering of war.
They do.
Nice. Trade on... Take my... Well, like... Oh, you can't...
You should have called us before going in, Gordon.
Waller?
After all, we're here to help.
Circuitry inside is dangerous. The back computer will be able to analyze further.
Your days are numbered, bat freak. We'll see each other again.
Yeah, whatever.
Keep one eye in the sky, jerk-offs. Heavens are gonna fall on your goddamn heads.
Down at the precinct.
The Riddler's right hand in custody. Not a bad result, all told. Riddler, you crime thought and accuse down. You got sick. You're here, working with the police. Riddler, dark time and gun. What we he's age.
Right away. Commissioner Gordon.
So you know, this has a lot of juice with the rubber the road. On foot till I retire.
People are situations like... So, you're the legendary Batman. I've heard a great deal about you, the hype.
I have heard of it, Duchess.
A pleasure. Most usually call it that.
This and Wall, director of the agency.
Fed's doing here.
Is there. The G's give them whatever they need.
We've been tracking that maniac for some time. No one knows more about him than we do. World-class criminals like Riddler kind of...
If you were trying, didn't you tell us?
We get verified. To be sure.
No.
Riddler and Coney ran the city. He disappeared so suddenly and for so long, everyone thought he was dead. Everyone was wrong. Riddler's back, and if to go, he wants the holes now. My people did some good work handling him. Fine. Heard how you Lady Arkham, Mayor Dent.
I work with Gordon. No one else.
I appreciate loyalty, but that enforcement
Crime rates. Waller.
Yes. In a situation, we got an aliens with their eyes, and you let Riddler slip through your fingers. You GCPD cowboys clearly don't know what you're doing.
You're putting all this on me?
You're the commanding officer, aren't you?
You can't put this on Jim. I called for a distraction.
As I dump it my security Moriwell Hospital. A will as a token of interdepartmental cooperation.
The nerve on her. Don't tell these people a thing, especially about that puzzle. This is our town. We're the right.
Agent's Riddler case. Agent, I put a profile. You'll read it. He's only seen a roomy Mori. Any idea why? It has something to do with Wytham.
For reason deranged.
It's a compulsive, but he's calculating, fiercely intelligent. I'd be surprised if this wasn't part of a bigger plan. Let me know if you think of anything. It'd be a help. I'm Gotham born and raised, you know. My dad ran a store in the shadow of City Stadium. I just wanted to say it's a real honor to meet you. I do have something. The criminally insane. You're drawn to them, aren't you? You that toward...
You can't city Gotham without criminal.
Most people just get up and run away.
I'm not most people.
I think I know you now.
Agent.
Batman, before you go, Gotham's your city. I respect that. But you should know I don't have to play nice. I'm letting you hunt the Riddler for now. You better share everything you find. Or this courtesy call is gonna become something you really won't like. You get me? There's a lot of ways this could go.
I've taken the liberty of preparing some refreshments.
Thanks, Al. I need to focus. Maybe music will help. I need something cool.
The computer is finished scanning the Riddler's puzzle box. It's ready when you are.
Let's get to work. Vicky Vale, aka Lady Arkham. Driven to madness. Leader of the Children of Arkham. No explosives detected, no radioactivity. Nothing dangerous at all so far.
Computer, run another scan. I want to be absolutely sure this thing is safe.
Also, I took the liberty of digging up everything I could find on the agency. There's plenty here. Know your enemy and all that. It comes and goes. Ever since the kidnap business with Lady Arkham.
Alfred.
No, don't you worry about me. I should be fine. It was worse after my first tour of duty.
Your family, Alfred. We worry about family.
Thank you, Bruce. It'll pass. Always helps.
Let's tell him side
position. Perhaps she's given them a new direction.
Maybe, but the agency's empowered to override local law enforcement with impunity.
That man's got some competition in town. I wonder if we need be worried about losing our unpaid and thoroughly exhausting job, I mean.
Well, things won't be easy by. They're well-equipped spies, too.
Maybe it wouldn't hurt to talk to Lucius about upgrades. Try and level the playing field. A Terror City law you were...
A costume?
Yes, to have him... I remember when he was the scourge of the underworld. Even Carmine Falcone gave him a wide berth.
A prior relationship with Mori. This to the agency was still at Peña Duro.
Just Riddler.
Why willingly turn yourself in?
Oh, Mr. Warden, to get everyone else out, of course. That wasn't obvious.
The man's deranged. If you ask me, he needs help. Clearly, and him
face is delightful.
Let's see what Riddler's little gift is all about.
Solve my puzzle soon, or people will get hurt. Riddler's MO hasn't changed in all these years.
There's writing engraved along the rim. I have an eye, yet cannot see. Who am I?
That's a door.
Remember the... Justice. How it released it. Lady Justice folded to
2 eyes for 1.
Something else. Casino. Card games. Maybe a jack. Specifically a one-eyed jack.
The code still, so it's probably
the eye of Enigma.
But was late object in question.
Maybe it's telling me to use it.
Very plausible.
Look at these strange grooves. Record.
Batman means you've got half a chance of stopping a whole lot of pain. To be honest, I'm with you on a fair part.
I suppose
an open invitation from the Riddler, court, reforms. How any of it is.
That's
not about any of it. Just on the line.
Your breakfast.
My youngest is probably stealing all the bacon, but duty calls. What's up?
This is a puzzle from the Riddler. There's a strange waveform pattern I can manipulate inside that needs your expertise.
Yeah, okay, I can meet you.
Tiffany? Really?
Your daughter working alongside you. How wonderful.
Certainly is. Bruce, I'll see you soon.
Bye, Lucius. See you.
Caught you.
Here at Regina, with you as Wayne Enterprises chairperson.
I just talked to the board, and our stock price has doubled since you took the company back from Oswald Cobblepot. The Gazette's running a piece about it.
Look, I would love to hear all the details, but I've got a meeting with Lucius.
What's in that I can hang around?
This is just...
Well, I've got... Pick up this collection.
Sounds great. You're in my chair.
Just updating the... If this is the thing you were talking about?
One of Riddler's puzzles. Some kind of test.
Show me. Any idea what he's planning?
Not yet. That's why I need your help. If his history go by, he left us a cycle of file.
Knowing how his mind works, this should come in handy.
No sign of explosives or poison. Already scanned for that in the cave.
To look at micropulse wave. The sound it's giving.
Deciphered. I was hoping you could help with that.
I'll see what I can do. Shouldn't take long.
What in the...
It's not one of mine.
Think fast. Too slow. Hi, Dad.
Tiffany.
Hey, Bruce.
My God.
It's been a while.
Sneaking out of orientation your first day?
I just wanted to say hi to my new boss. I got you a present. A micro-drone prototype I developed in my spare time. High-end AV, stealth black shell, programmable for autonomous observation. Small, quiet, and super smart. Just like its designer. Not bad, huh? You always had a thing for toys. So hard to know what to get a man who has everything.
A raise.
She's already gunning for my job, Bruce. Can you believe it?
The hours you work? Not a chance. I actually have a life. Huh. There's something different about you.
There is?
I can't quite put my finger on it. But you look...
Well, please just don't say old.
Well, now that you mention it.
Hey, play nice. A rough year.
Interesting.
Don't.
Too late, already touching.
Just be careful.
What a strange thing. The circuitry design. It's elaborate and unorthodox. Almost intentionally so. Like whoever put it together was kind of showing off. Huh. Micro pulse waves? It's just weird. Seriously, what is this thing? It's like whoever made it.
It's pretty cool, huh?
I don't know if cool would be the word I would use. I can hear it hum. What does it do?
That's what we're trying to work out.
You guys are lucky I'm here to help.
Help with...
Figure this freakish thing out.
Tiffany did graduate first in her class at Cornell and
A crack at it. I can help you get to the bottom of this. Figure out what it does.
All right, if you think you can help, then be my guest.
Oh, I know I can help. I just gotta let him know that I won't be finishing up orientation.
No problem.
Oh, I was planning on swinging by the manor after work to see Alfred. I heard he wasn't doing so well. That he was having some issues with his health.
He would love that.
I hope he isn't still angered with me and Luke about that incident with the china.
Well, you know Al. No one messes with his dinnerware.
Catch you guys later.
Welcome aboard, Tiffany.
Thanks, boss.
All right, then. Time to crack this puzzle. I never told her, you know. Told her what I really do at Wayne Enterprises. What, we do. If you're willing to pull her into this Riddler project, why not consider bringing her into the fold? Into the mission? We're going to need help if we're gonna be dealing with the likes of Riddler. And we can trust her.
Well, do you know what she wants, Lucius? It's not for us to decide her...
That's fair. It's just that our work means a great deal to me. I'd like to share that with her.
Let's put a pin in this for now. I think we've got enough on our plates. Shall we go down to the lab?
Actually, the equipment we need is down in my office. We'll get this taken care of in no time.
Mr. Wayne. I'm Special Agent Avesta. This is my partner, Special Agent Blake.
Well, I guess I'll see you in a bit. I'll be down in my office. Whenever you, get done here.
See you later, Lucius. Good chat.
Oh yeah, one of the best.
Sorry for the unannounced visit. We're with the agency's behavioral... We just came by to ask a few questions.
Please, come in. Make yourselves at home. Can I get my assistant to get you anything? Coffee, water, donuts?
Don't worry. This won't take long. This office, it really represents you.
Well, I like to...
Is this you?
Yeah.
How old?
I don't know, 7, 8, maybe?
So happy. After everything you've been through, I don't know how you still do it.
Do what, exactly?
It wasn't long ago the most hated man in Gotham. So much back. Why do you continue to help them? Most people wouldn't be so charitable after...
About that. What were you saying?
I was saying you're a bit of a mystery.
What is it you want?
The agency recently brought me in to draft a psychological portrait of the Riddler. Been tracking him for months.
Riddler? That psycho from the news?
I thought you'd be interested, considering your history.
My history?
A lot of things happened to you last year, and not all of them were good. You helped the GCPD capture Oswald Cobblepot, better known as the Penguin. He was a terrorist, a member of the Children of Arkham, and... Come to think of it, you've been associated with quite a few psychopaths over the years.
I wouldn't go that far.
I would. The criminally insane. They seem drawn to you. Either that, or you're often in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yes, having money and fame makes you an easy target. I've had my fair share of crazies knocking on my door.
Like this guy. I think you'd know him as John Doe.
We during your stay in Arkham, where you and John met and became friends. From the sound of it, you were close.
You've got to be kidding me. He's no friend of mine. That's why you came here to ask me about that guy?
According to hospital records, you and John were involved in a riot.
They captured the whole incident on video.
I saw you flee after John cut another inmate, a man named Victor Zapp. Several people were hurt.
I got out of there as fast as I could.
I don't blame you. You must have been scared. John was discharged from Arkham months ago. No one has seen or heard from him since. I was thinking maybe you have.
Why would you think that?
He listed you as his emergency contact. Sounds like you two were pretty close to me.
I did not agree to that. Why would he write down my name?
It's obvious. You're important to him.
Well, I haven't seen or heard from him, so... Did he do something wrong?
He's a person of interest. You see, we've got a wall in the office with a bunch of photos pinned to it. Two-Face, Penguin, Lady Arkham, you know, Gotham's most notorious. They've got all these little strings connecting them to one another. And you, my friend, are at the center. You keep pretty thinking up.
You guys baited by nothing.
You do? Hide behind your power. I think it's elaborate mask. Maybe you're afraid. Maybe you don't trust us. Or maybe you're a criminal, like your father. Maybe you're not the hero people think you are.
You've got the wrong idea. That's an evacuation warning. It's time for you to leave.
We'll pick this up another time.
Bruce, get my daughter out of the building. Get yourself out.
What are you talking? What did you figure out?
I've solved the Riddler's puzzle, Bruce. Riddler really pulled a good one over on us.
Lucius...
Tell Tiffany that I love her. That I'm sorry I wasn't around.
Lucius!
We really made a difference, didn't we, Batman?
Lucius! Lucius! No!
One killed and 14 injured after a tragic explosion.
The
rocks
GCPD
Wayne
is
Tower.
opening an investigation into what they are calling an industrial accident.
Wayne Enterprises' Chief Technology Officer, Lucius Fox, died last Tuesday in the violent blast. A small service is being held for the tech giant and father of 3 at Divinity Church this Sunday.
You don't have to worry, Lucius. Tiffany, I'm gonna take care of your family. As if they were my own.
Just like Lucius took care of you. Lucius helped raise you, Bruce. It was family. Riddler's attack on the casino was one thing. But this is personal. We can't let him get away with it. Riddler struck at the heart of our operations and tore a family apart in the process.
Riddler will pay for what he's done. I swear to you, I will make him suffer.
Maybe it's what's called for, given the circumstances. Of course, it won't bring poor Lucius back. I can't imagine how devastated she must be. Such a violent way.
I should go talk to her.
She can use all the support she can get.
Hey, Tiffany.
I still can't believe he's gone. None of this feels real.
Tiffany, I know what you're going through. I remember what it was like when I lost my parents. That, sudden emptiness. There's no feeling like it in the world.
I don't think it'll ever go away.
It certainly didn't for me.
He loved working for you, you know? They hardly saw him at home because of it. Mom used to complain my little brother was growing up without a dad. Now I guess it's true. He was so busy. I can remember the last time I got to hang out with him. Just father and daughter. There'd be more time. There were so many things I wanted to talk to him about.
I asked a lot of him. Maybe too much.
And he gave it all, didn't he? A real company man. Well, I hope it was worth it.
Tiffany.
Sorry. I know I shouldn't blame you.
Hey, it's okay. It's okay. Just let it out.
I'm just trying to wrap my head around it all. I saw his remains, Bruce. There was hardly anything. What were you guys working on that could have caused that? It doesn't quite add up.
Tiffany, I will tell you soon. Just not here.
What do you mean? Why not?
It's not the right time.
Odd, Bruce. What are you mixed up in? Just tell me one thing. That weird disc. Was that what killed him? Did you put my father's life at risk for that? I'm begging you. Just tell me that one thing.
I thought it was safe, Tiffany. I really did. I had no idea Lucius could get hurt. Please forgive me.
Forgive you? You can forgive yourself. Whatever you got my father into, I will find out. And I will shout it to the world.
So sorry, really. It's such a shame. Bang! Right? Yeah, for that, we can all be grateful.
You You knew my father.
Well, no, but...
John, can I talk to you a sec?
Bruce! I was hoping I'd bump into you.
Why don't we catch up over here?
Yeah, I'd love that. We have so much to catch up on. Enjoy. Look, I know it's a closed casket, but I can see by the jeans, your friend was a looker, huh?
Why are you here, John?
I told you I'd see you again, didn't I? You and me, we're two threads in the same stitch. Look, I got you a little something, just to mark the occasion. I knew you'd be hurting, see? I thought it might make you feel better.
You think this is funny? My friend is dead.
I got it wrong, didn't I? Damn it!
Hey, keep it down.
Church mice, right? It hasn't been easy for me out here, you know? I'm the new guy now. It's the freedom that gets to you. There's so damn much you hardly know what to do with it. It's not like Arkham. Sometimes I miss those padded walls. You knew where the lines were drawn. Which ones not to cross.
How did you get out? Oh my God, did you escape?
Didn't have to. Dr. Leland signed the papers herself. She always had a soft spot for me.
If everyone could please take their seats, we will begin.
Would you
just sit down?
Today we gather to honor the memory of Lucius Fox. He was a friend, a father, a husband, a leader.
You are crashing my friend's funeral, John. You better have a good reason.
Oh, I do. I need that, favor you owe me. You know, you might have been a little, but if it wasn't for me, you'd still be in Arkham. Sleeping off your meds in the rec room with Zaz. You're gonna do right by me, aren't you? I know you're a man of your word.
His kindness, his unerring ability to be exactly who you needed.
I got into a lot of trouble for what we did, Bruce. You saw that, those doctors.
Tells us, blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted.
You see, I met some inspiring people out here. Made some new friends. Made a kind of pact. They're amazing, Bruce. That special breed who live by their own rules. They remind me of you. Of your father.
So who are they?
You'll find out when you meet them. They're looking to bring like you into the fold. Maybe you will meet them for me, won't you? Please, I've got a lot writing on this. I already told them you would. Please don't let me down.
I'd be happy to chat with your friends, John. Just say when and where.
Oh, I was so hoping you'd say that. We are going to have fun. I knew this would work out. This air between us, this is real. You can't force this kind of friendship. I want to commemorate the moment. The guys will be so excited. Now, what filter should I use?
Put that away. This is a funeral, for God's sake.
I'm sorry. I got so caught up in it all, I completely forgot. I just know you're gonna hit it off with the guys. I should warn you, though. I've got an enemy. Real piece of work. Calls himself the Riddler.
How do you know the Riddler?
Know him? I want to rip his eyeballs out. He's a thief and a killer, and worst of all, he's rude. I tried to let the authorities know the kind of lowlife they're dealing with, but... Wait a minute, you know him too. Of course, a man of Bruce Wayne's caliber knows everyone, so I shouldn't be surprised.
Just from the news. The guy's clearly a murderer, sick in the head.
Don't know the half of it. If I had my way, that Swidall would never leave his hole.
You mean his hole? You know where he is.
No, not exactly, no. Maybe I said too much.
I've loved hearing all of this. Thank you. I've been struck by...
I'm your friend, John. You can trust me.
Trust is the mainstay of any healthy relationship. I want that for us, Bruce. Yeah, I really don't know much. I heard the egomaniac always made people go to him for meetings. Somewhere in the East End.
Where in the East End?
Honestly, that's all I know. And even that might be out of date. If you're so eager to find him, why don't you let me help you? I'll find out where he is and get back to you. See if I can't find out where that jerk... It'd be just like the old days.
I would appreciate that, John.
That's what friends are for, Bruce. Just meet mine later, like I asked. Look, I think I outstayed my welcome here. I'm just gonna slip away. Excuse me. Sorry. It's been so nice catching up, Bruce. I miss this trust between us.
I know we'll see each other again soon.
Be in touch. Goodbye, Bruce. Until next time.
Intriguing fellow. Certainly not one for decorum. I don't think that outburst went unnoticed.
Whatever you say about John, he gave me a lead on Riddler's location. Inform Gordon. Tell him to drag up GCPD records on Gotham's East End. And tell him we're on Riddler's trail. Enjoying the view.
Hard to do these days. There's one thing for the bad parts of town to get uglier. But when places like Wayne Towers start falling apart, makes you wonder what's next. I'll bet Bruce Wayne is wondering the same thing. Seems like the world's got it out for that guy. Spend some time in Arkham, something he didn't do. Finally picks himself up, and what happens? Someone bombs his company.
Wayne has a talent for finding himself in the crosshair.
You can say that again. You said you had a lead on Riddler.
Hiding somewhere in the East End.
Why am I not surprised? East End's been a no-man's land since Harvey Dent blew it up. I've tried to get more patrols out there, but City Hall's... The area between 42nd and 48th, more or less lawless.
That narrows down the search at least. Looks like gang activity's heating up along 43rd.
I'll see what I can do. Hey, I get it, but we're stretched thin, I told you. Riddler's a loner. I bet he's avoiding that area.
A construction site at the center of 46th. Abandoned.
Harvey's boys demolished that area, chasing the children of Arkham. There's nothing but a crater there. Not really a place for Riddler to have a hideout.
The land at the... just anonymously.
Well, the only thing there is an old water tower. Something feels fishy about that. My gut tells me that's the place.
Agreed.
Nice work, Batman. Hey, Waller will have to eat her words. Whatever you said to her at the casino really got up her nose. I have to tell you, I got a bad feeling about her.
How so?
It's the way she goes after criminals. She's rude. Puts her people at risk. And believe me, she doesn't let get in her way. So stop at nothing, and I mean nothing, to get her man. It doesn't sit right with me.
As far as law enforcement goes, Jim, you are the best of it. I don't know many cops with as much heart as you.
I appreciate your saying. She doesn't see that as a strength. I was ordered to give her updates on breaks in the Riddler case. There, we should probably let her know. Don't want to give her ammunition with the governor. She's already got him breathing down my neck about what went down at the casino.
I don't want Waller involved. You and I can handle Riddler, just like it's always been.
Glad to see we're on the same page. We gotta watch out for her. She moved her people into my downtown precinct without so much as a please or thank you. I tell you, you're gonna crack.
Then let's find Riddler before it comes to that.
I'll grab a car and meet you at Riddler's hideout. Riddler won't feel so clever after we come knocking. I kept Waller and her agency people out of the loop on this. It's just the two of us.
We can handle this without her.
Not exactly cozy, is it?
Let's see what we can learn. Someone's keeping a scrapbook.
Vane, isn't he?
See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil.
Damn it! It's stuck!
No way to open it from the inside.
Then how do we get out?
We go in.
After you. Give me a good, honest crack house any day. Oh, God.
One of his pupils is fully dilated, the other's contracted. A clear sign of brain trauma.
There's no sign of a blow to the head.
The man bit his tongue clean through.
He must have suffered a shock, or a sudden jolt. There's some hemorrhaging from the ears.
His eardrums must have burst. Fernandez.
Holy crap. He's one of Waller's.
He's missing parts of his fingers on the right hand.
We saw this before. The victim in the casino.
One shoe is missing.
The soul of the other one's almost completely melted through.
He was trying to call for help. The phone isn't getting a signal.
Damn it. Me either. That's a hell of an invitation.
Riddler's playing games.
Bet he tried to play along.
We can learn from his mistakes, what he did wrong. Another one of Riddler's sick contraptions.
Some kind of murder box, I guess. Well, he was always, but this takes it to a new level.
Turn me round, but not the right way, and you might live to see another day.
What does it mean?
Won't budge. It must be locked in place. The glass. It's polarized.
So it is.
It's still warm. There must be some kind of heating element underneath.
This thing is built like an oven. You could be...
One shoe, melted.
Must belong to poor Cinderella over there.
The floor of the box heated up while the agent was inside. He tried standing on one foot to save the other, causing that shoe to catch on fire. When he exited the box, he tried to put the fire out, but couldn't, so he threw off his shoe. Masks. Each one missing a different facial feature.
The senses. They're missing their senses.
Like the monkey statues.
You're right. There must be a connection.
Safes with electronic locks.
These must be the goal of whatever game we're playing.
There are blades inside.
And a lot of blood. Huh. We know Riddler likes penalizing his victims for wrong answers. He chose the wrong one. Cost him his fingers. Hey, I got a hunch. Come here. No matter how careful Riddler is, chances are good he hasn't scrubbed his own computer.
Good call. It's worth checking out.
I recognize some of the names on this list. They're all Waller's people. Names, addresses, phone numbers. We have to warn her.
First, we have to get out of here.
What does it say?
Riddler's not working alone.
Just wonderful to worry about.
He and his colleagues, they don't see eye to eye. Apparently, they don't like his beef with me.
Hey, maybe we'll get lucky they'll kill each other.
He sold technology to Riddler.
Talk about strange bedfellows. You know, Waller's been keeping pretty tight tabs on Maury for a while now. He must have known.
Scratches. The polarizing filter has been tampered with.
Like in sunglasses.
Monitors typically have a polarizing filter to reduce reflection.
I don't see anything.
Impossible to see with the naked eye. We're going to have to look at it through a polarized lens. If this door were closed, we'd be looking right at those monitors. Since the monitors have been tampered with, it's likely there's a message on it. One that can only be seen with a polarized lens.
You won't know until you're inside the box, though.
Prototype of the trap, the armor, extremely sturdy. Ensuring there's no possible way to open them other than solving his riddles.
This is an insane...
Converted this place to a giant Faraday cage.
Faraday what?
Enclosure fields. No...
Guess it explains why our phones aren't getting signals. Clever son of a bitch. It's an agency issue pistol. Packs a hell of a job.
Take down the casino. Impressive. Cheers.
Starting to a theme here.
Take a look at that.
Huh. Office.
There's a clue on the...
Can't.
Because you've been so I'm you're up a chance at getting out of this alive.
We'll catch you. The agency, they'll...
That you've been chasing me for years. And I've always been 2 steps ahead. If you win the game, I'll let you go free. And you'll get a consolation prize. An exclusive sneak peek into how I'm going to kill all... Now how is it? Screw you!
He had the agent bound while he beat him.
You got a VR in that cowl or something?
Something like that. I've got all the pieces of Riddler's puzzle. Now I need to know what order they happened in. The agent woke up here where his body cam fell off. Once he found he couldn't call for help, he saw the message on the monitors and willingly put himself inside the murder box. The agent's shoe caught fire inside the murder box, so he opened it in a panic. As soon as he was out of the box, he ripped off the burning shoe and threw it. Somewhere in the confusion, he must have missed something crucial. From where he lost a shoe, the agent beelined. He opened one, but chose poorly. The blade sliced off his fingers. And there he met his end. Though it's clear how and when his eardrums could have burst. The agent made a number of mistakes. Mistakes we can avoid. The heat inside the box forced him to run out before he
could get Riddler's next clue. Poor bastard couldn't withstand the heat.
Armor is heat resistant. It'll buy me more time to find Riddler's next clue. Getting inside the box and starting the game is the only way we're getting out of here.
This is insane. You know that, right? The last man who went in there is dead. There's a good chance it'll kill you too.
Maybe you'd like to go in and solve it yourself.
No, go ahead. I wouldn't want to steal your thunder. Heat's rising, Batman.
Tells no lies. Ask the third if he hides the prize.
The monkeys. See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. But which one is he referring to?
Whichever one it is, the correct safe will have a phase with those senses removed.
Yeah, I'll check. Ah, damn it. They're still locked shut.
They should unlock when I open this door.
Congratulations! You're all down, shot.
Just in case.
Damn. Now, for the love of God, be worth all this pain.
It's a homing missile.
What does it home in on?
Looking at its schematics now. A signal. A radio signal. A signal. That's how he died.
How who died?
All die.
Riddler.
Maury sold me missiles for all of my enemies. Everyone on my list gets one. Most won't even know what's coming. For a brief second, their dull existences will light up.
I'm closing in on you, Riddler. We escaped your twisted puzzle. It's only a matter of time before I find you.
Time is one thing you don't have. The handle on you, Batman. Partnering with Gordon is one thing. From what I remember of the old days, he's harmless enough.
Yeah, we'll see about that when you're in cuffs.
But the agency, they're a natural enemy to people like you and me. You must be desperate if you're making friends with them. You must be really up against the ropes to want that government scum in your corner.
Stopping you is all I care about. I'll do whatever it takes.
We'll see. Just know that there's a cost to doing business. The agency uses people, Batman. Corrupts them, breaks their minds. I wasn't always like this. The agency made me.
Okay, this is garbage. Yeah, Waller's a hard-ass, sure, but she had nothing to do with why he's so messed up.
I didn't say Waller, did I? This goes way before her time. And that's the thing about having a mind like mine. You remember everything.
If you're trying to manipulate me, it's not working.
I'm not trying to get in your head. I just wanted to see if the man who saves everyone is really as good as he believes. But then, you already answered that for me, didn't you? When you offloaded my puzzle on your friend.
Why don't you tell Gordon here what happened to Lucius Fox? Watch out, Commissioner. For all his preaching, Batman knows when to sacrifice a pawn to win the game. It was a smart move. Getting out of the way of the blast.
I would never give up an innocent life. Not even to save my own.
That's not what it looks like from here. Gordon doesn't admit. Trust is hard-earned, yet easily lost. Isn't it, Commissioner? Come on now. Don't get your tights in a twist. I knew you weren't sharp enough to do it on purpose. There's no room at the top for schoolboys who are too squeamish to fight in the gutter. You don't have what it takes to be a player in this town. Not without giving up those values you hold so dear. Game on!
I'll wait for Waller and pass on what we found.
She won't be happy when she finds out Riddler knows about every agency operative in Gotham.
I don't blame her. If they were my cops, no one would be sleeping till we found this Riddler guy.
Just keep your eyes open, Jim. I'll stay on Riddler's tail.
Hey, hold up a sec. What Riddler said in there about the agency, smoke and mirrors, you ask me. But the thing about Lucius Fox and the blast at Wayne Tower... You gotta level with me. You got some connection with that Wayne Tech guy you didn't tell me about?
Lucius Fox was an ally of mine. That got him killed.
I gotta say, the fact I had to learn about it from Riddler instead of you, it doesn't sit right with me at all. I thought we had some trust, you and I. Who with this? Am I just supposed to sit on my hands? Pretend I never heard any of it?
You are your own man, Jim. You'll come to your own decision.
I mean, yesterday. I know you probably have a network of civilians working for you. You can't do the kinds of things you do without a gigantic support system. Oh, to hell with it. I never heard what I heard in there. All right? Batman. I'm sorry for your loss.
I heard your discussion with Commissioner Gordon. Now he knows that Lucius Fox and the Batman were allies. Gordon's dangerously close to figuring out who you are. If he does find out, I have no idea how he'll react. It's not a chance you can afford to take.
He looked me straight in the eye. He's been our friend a long time. He deserves to know.
I understand that, Bruce, but he's still too close for comfort. I'm sorry, but he is. You were radio silent for so long. Tell me, did you find out how Lucius died?
This is a missile I found in Riddler's workshop. The explosion at Wayne Tower. We were thinking about it all. The puzzle wasn't an explosive. It was an emitter. When it was solved, it emitted a signal. You heard it earlier. If allowed to play too long, it becomes a launch signal.
Dear God! You did solve the box. We just didn't know it.
The Batcave scrambler blocked the signal.
Poor Lucius. No such protections. Our tight little family has gotten smaller because of it. It was the three of us looking out for each other. Now it's two.
With Lucius gone, we need to find someone to take over his role.
No one could ever fill his shoes. But you're right. Between the Lady Arkham affair and losing Lucius in this gruesome fashion, it's clear we're up against a new class of... It may be too much for us on our own. The list of agency operatives from Riddler's workshop. He plans to do the same thing to them.
It's a hit list. It's only useful if he has a way to target the agents, though. And I doubt he's sending them all puzzle boxes. Hold on, let's just walk through it. He's hacked their cell phones. He could pinpoint the location of any one of these operatives. And he can broadcast his signal through their phone to make them a target of a missile strike.
Can you block it?
If I can get a clean copy of the signal, yes. It's the only way I can get a clean version of the signal. It's pretty grim, Alfred.
I can handle it. I've never been one to shy away from duty, however unpleasant it may be.
You are a rock, Alfred. I'm always able to count on you, huh? Even in the toughest times.
The last thing I want to do is let you down.
Bruce, get my daughter out of the building. Get yourself out.
What are you talking?
I've solved the Riddler's puzzle, Bruce.
He knew he was going to die. Can you audio only, please?
Tell Tiffany that I love her. That I'm sorry I wasn't around more. Lucius? We really made a difference, didn't we?
I shouldn't have watched this. I'll go get that tea, Master Bruce.
All right. Now I just need to create a filter to get a clean version of the signal. And then match up the points found in both sound files.
Batman?
No. The two sounds have to be the same.
Dwayne? Tiffany?
Gotta keep trying. Now the sounds have to match for this to work.
Tiffany? Tiffany?
That's a match.
Bruce!
The waveforms match. There. I've piggybacked on a Riddler's cell phone hack. They'll recognize any incoming signal match and shut down, negating a launch. Makes sense for me to have the signal on me as well.
What for?
Riddler still has functioning missiles. Once he finds out I've blocked his targets, he may decide to launch indiscriminately. I might be able to divert them. Tiffany gave me this the day Lucius died. Let's put it to good work. It's not a theory I really want to test.
So we had better find Riddler first. There is always Riddler's second in command. Eli Nable's attack on the casino. None of the authorities have gotten anything out of him yet.
Unknown contact.
What is it?
That John guy from the funeral, from Arkham. Who actually sounds like he's keeping his word. Yeah. John thinks that Mori can get us Riddler's location.
Do you believe him?
Maybe we should go back to the beginning. Bring Rumi Mori up on the back computer. Them could potentially lead me to him.
Is more likely to help you.
Mori's a businessman. Given the right incentive, he could be persuaded to talk. He sure can't have any love for Riddler after his attempted murder at the casino.
I'd say he'd respond better to a more genteel approach, peer-to-peer as Bruce Wayne. However, the agency is watching him. If Waller finds out that Bruce Wayne sought a parley with Mori... On the other hand, his lieutenant...
Eli Nable. Took a go at me in the casino. Put up quite a fight.
Cracking him will be tougher, more physical. So there would be a visible endorsement. Gordon won't like it.
I'll talk to Eli. It'll be nice to catch up. Tell Waller I'm on my way.
Oh, Batman. Gordon's in briefing the deputy ops. I'm sure I'd want to know you were here. Waller's agency people commandeered the whole precinct. Pretty much moved in. I'll straighten them out. Running around like they own the place. They got no respect for the way we do things.
Gossiping around the water cooler? If you have something to say it to my face.
Gladly. This city doesn't need you.
4 of my agents went missing, including Agent Avesta. I don't have time for a pissing contest.
Your agents are missing?
We believe if the body you found in his workshop is anything to go by, we don't have much time. Riddler warned us the last time we nearly caught him in Sudan. Said he'd hit back if we got too close.
Sounds like you need my help.
If it gets my people back, then sure. Riddler's lieutenant hasn't given us a damn thing. I'm hoping you'll have better luck making him talk.
That's why I'm here.
Come on, then.
Just remember, the commissioner likes things by the book.
Gordon told me you talked to Riddler in the workshop. You say anything I should know?
Riddler said he had a history with the agency. Claims your people broke him. Made him insane.
That maniac was insane long before he came on my radar. He can tell me all about it after Nabel gives him up. You know, I saw what you did to Carmine Falcone last year. Dangling a 60-year-old man off a high-rise was certainly effective. You ask me, you could have gone further.
What's your point?
Use any means necessary. As long as you get able to tell us where Riddler is. My agents' lives are at risk.
The talk. My way, not yours.
How you do it. As long as it gets done. Meet your new interrogator, Eli. I believe you two have met before. Get up and get in that goddamn chair. Probably best to keep this off the record. Unless you prefer me to leave it on. If you're worried what Gordon might think.
I've got nothing to hide. From Gordon or anyone else.
Need anything else?
They roughed you up pretty bad, Eli. And still you didn't crack. You're tough. I'll give you that.
I'm so glad you're here. These people, they ain't cops. They ran the cops off. But I heard about you. You'll keep them, they keep her from killing me. Riddler said you had rules against that. Against killing.
Time's running out, Eli, so don't test it.
Just get me out of here.
Talk.
I can't!
We don't have time for carrots, Batman. Only thing moving this mule is a big old stick. You get me?
If I wanted a partner in the room, Waller, I would have asked.
Fine. Just remember, we don't have time to waste.
Where is he, Eli?
I already said I can't tell you. And I said it 1,000,000 times to the guys before. The only thing I'm more scared of than dying is pissing him off. You've seen his machines. He can hurt you in ways they don't got names for.
I can make sure Riddler never gets to you, Eli. I can protect you. Just help me find him.
You still don't get it. Riddler has a plan that no one can stop. You can't beat him. Well. And the agency? They don't have a chance. He can destroy them anytime he wants with a phone call.
He's talking about the signal, Bruce. He has no idea you protected the agent's phones.
There's no one that can save me if I cross him.
I blocked the agency cells, Eli. They won't work as targets.
How do you know about that?
I'm smarter than Riddler.
There's no getting away from him. He can be anywhere with his signal.
Bruce, his fear of Riddler is too great. You have to get in it.
There's nothing you can do, Batman.
We'll see about that.
Wait, is that signal? You're calling a missile right to us!
You got 90 seconds, Eli. Talk.
Batman, shut that thing off right now!
You're insane! You'll kill us all!
It's counting down, Eli. What are you going to do about it?
You're bluffing. There's cops outside this door.
You're gonna get us all killed!
Maybe not. Are you willing to take the chance?
I'll tell you! Please, just make it stop! He's on a ship in Gotham Bay!
What ship?
The Lady of Dublin. The missiles are there, too. It's where they're launched from. You're crazier than he is!
Oh, God damn!
the Lady of Dublin. Get back up and meet me there.
Batman. You went around him, but I appreciate you holding back.
Armed men on board. This must be it. Be careful, Bruce. Who knows what the Riddler has up his sleeve?
I'm on board, Al.
Do you see Riddler?
You won't get away with this. What do you think's gonna happen? Oh, easy. What was his name?
I hear him. Need to get a better angle.
You'll see what's gonna happen. My friends will all be here soon. Then, you agency imbeciles really thought you could...
We found him.
You and your boss, Waller.
Your interrogation of Riddler's man produced solid intelligence. No sight of the missiles yet, though.
They must...
And it's hard to blame individuals for...
Hostages.
They appear to be more of Waller's agents.
Agents of Vesta and Blake are likely among them, based on what Waller told us.
I'll give it to you.
It's spot for cover.
I'll admit it's going to feel satisfying to get my revenge on my predecessors. Even if you're really just a small part of my plan.
What are you talking about?
You'll see what I mean soon, of course. They might be angry I brought
Wait for it.
When they understand why, they'll recognize...
Don't want him raising an alarm.
After all, I am
isn't
uniquely
looking.
qualified to see the big picture. It's often a struggle.
You think?
I'm sure you can understand. I get it. Sometimes my method, you brought this on yourselves. All of you. You government clods really thought you were smarter than me. It's clear you're in desperate need of some schooling.
My friends will be here soon. I'd keep your mouths shut until then.
And there's... I can find the missiles. Targeting online.
Ready, Bruce.
Let the hostages go, Riddler.
You can't possibly think clunking a few heads is enough to make me roll over. Oversized vermin!
Batman! Batman! It's heating up! Thanks, Batman. Are you all right? Oh, God. Not more.
Something that neutralizes the shock device.
I've memorized your playbook, Bat. I know all your shallow tricks. Poor Eli held out longer than I expected, but I knew he'd give me up eventually. All part of the plan.
The missiles.
Bait. Just like the hostages were bait. I knew you couldn't bear to let these agents die. You care too much about the little people. That makes you weak. I saw how you saved Maury. I saw how angry you Fox.
Don't think my compassion means I won't hurt you. Don't think I won't beat you within an inch of your life.
Hard to do that when you're in a cage. Even harder when you're dead. My partners were supposed to be here to see this. I guess I can just show them the bodies. I'm going to ask you 3 questions. Get them wrong, one of these agents gets...
You won't get away with this.
You get them right, this happens! I designed this for you, Batman. The hero who saves people will die knowing he couldn't save everyone. Let's get started. We have a lot to get through. I'm curious to see how you'll
Not Agent Avesta. Let her go.
Oh no, she needs to be in there with you. You can handle the sonic blasts. But her... I estimate 3 blasts at most before her insides rupture. This one should be sure kind of dead. Who am I?
If you know the answer, please say it. My colleagues will die otherwise.
Speak up, Batman.
Lucius.
What was that? I couldn't hear you.
Lucius Fox.
Very good, Batman. You saved a life. But...
Thank you.
Batman, don't answer any more of his questions.
No, Blake. I won't let you die.
Number 2. Also, completely self-evident. I am black and blue and bleeding from the ears. Who am I?
I think he means me.
Answer that.
Please, don't let him die. Say it!
I need an answer.
You're too clever for me, Riddler. I don't know how to answer.
Finally, some humility from you. It's a shame I'm looking for.
No!
Avesta, please! Please!
Blake! Oh my god, Blake!
You made your point.
Just one more, Batman. And then it'll be over.
I'll distract him. Just get us out of here.
I'm the sharpest mind you'll ever meet. The original genius with Gotham at my feet. Who am I?
You're Riddler. Riddler's the genius.
Well done, Agent. You answered so quickly. You're the blast.
I'll fire one of the missiles. Use the Batcam to make it target the cage. And use Riddler's trap to protect Iman and myself. Explosion.
I like what you're saying, Agent Avesta, but you're not the one I need to hear it from.
Missile armed, ready to fire.
Who's the genius, Batman? Who's on top of Gotham now?
I am.
What are you doing? You think you're clever, don't you? You don't... Who's the man who's got no time left?
The Riddler.
Thought you'd get such an easy...
Those missiles are aimed right at the city.
The answer is Batman. Can't be happening!
Batman, Lake and I shipped through the Port Authority logs. We thought we could bring him in ourselves. Riddler snatched us straight off the docks. I should have said no. Urged caution. And now my colleagues are... All we did was hand Riddler more hostages.
You can't punish yourself for their loss. None of this is your fault.
Batman. Despite the cost, at least we've got Riddler in control.
It's over, Riddler. Look forward to a padded cell.
Is this really a victory for you, Batman?
You're the one in cuffs.
Yeah, but you're the one that broke your precious rules. One agent died to save another. Well, that can't sit right with you. Can it?
This entire twisted Riddler. All blame is on you. And so are the consequences.
Is it? You came at me, remember? Not the other way around. I put to his limits. Tested his precious code. And my comrades would have been impressed. I set this all up to show them. I thought they'd back me up, even if they didn't agree. They left me here to deal with you alone. They betrayed me.
Comrades thought you went too far. I saw their messages. They were afraid your stunts would get my attention. They were right.
They'll regret this. All of them. White purple, yeah. They broke the pact.
The pact?
Lock the ship down. And radio for more medics. Bat... Riddler, is he... Oh, God damn it. I hope it was worth it, Batman.
Worth it?
Riddler's a damn corpse. One of Waller's agents is dead. We're not getting a shred of usable testimony out of Eli Nabel. Not after you scared him half to death in my custody. You went behind my back with Waller and buried the investigation in the process. This is beyond the goddamn pale. What were you thinking?
I'm sorry, Jim. I didn't mean for this to happen.
No, I'm the one who's sorry. The trust between us, it's gone. Our partnership is over. No more sharing evidence. No more squad car backup.
You're being unreasonable, Gordon. You need my help protecting Gotham.
If what happened at the precinct is I want no part of it. I just want to know how we got to such a messed up place.
You're supposed to be the one with the answers, Commissioner. Way I see it, Batman took initiative getting a confession from Nabel. You, on the other hand, Gordon, well, you've been 2 steps behind Riddler from the start.
That is not fair.
This mess here, that's on you. Batman's had his priorities straight, but you...
Now wait a damn...
This is mine alone. It's not fair to let Gordon take the blame.
Now you side with me. Don't do me any favors, Batman. I can look after myself.
Do as he asks. Right now, we need doers, not complainers. Consider it a kindness I don't just straight up get you demoted. Now leave us alone. We have sensitive case details to discuss.
You two deserve each other.
This city is about to find itself in a crisis the likes of which it's never known. Riddler had a crew. Not just any crew. The worst criminal minds from all over the world in Gotham. You come across anything about them? I'm assuming you've heard of them by now.
Riddler expected his friends to back him up tonight. Guess what?
That fits a theory we have. Evidence from his workshop suggests he was involved in a feud with another member of the group. Dr. Harleen Quinzel, former psychiatrist at Arkham Asylum, keeps her head down. Much more so than that show-off Riddler. He was going to be my way in once. But now I have you to lean on. A man who lives on both sides of the line and knows exactly when to cross. Burn.